Live.
Yes, sir.
Hey everyone, this is MC Barber. Here I have a Tondeo Razor. A couple of years ago, I actually was selling these razors. A razor here. I was selling these razors that I use for blending and thinning and cutting and pretty much everything that I can do with scissors, I can do with these. This is a Tondeo razor. It's a Tondeo SIFTER style. Unfortunately, they don't make this particular one anymore. So I got a classic. Classic is what they used to use back in the 70s and 80s. The ruffler people and the old Italian barbers, the stylists. Basically, this is the one they use. So for now, I got this. I will tell you a little bit about this particular razor. It's actually a very good razor that takes exactly the same blades. It's just different design. It has a different handle. And it's about 30 bucks cheaper too. So I open this thing. So let's see what we get in this razor. The razor comes with a pack of blades. You have 10 blades, and these are the blades that you actually break on half, so you get 20. It's at this blade right there. So you break them on half, and then you load the razor, you get 20 blades out of that box. So it comes with a guard. I usually don't use this, but it's there. This is the razor. This is how you load the razor. So let me get a blade and load this razor so I can show you how it works. So basically these are the blades that you get in. In here you have 10 of these. You break them on half. Take a blade. The way you load this is, see, you have here this, what do you call these things? What would you call this?
Those little holes there?
They're not holes, but the holes are on this side. So you see that the space between this hole and this is not the same. So when you put your blade, this has to match. You see? So basically, you see how these things come through the hole? So when you close, it should look like that. Now, a lot of times people make mistake and they put it the other way. So the two holes on the ends will actually match, right? But the one on the middle doesn't. If you see that, then it's not good. Right? What happens if this doesn't close very good? The hair gets stuck between the blade and the holder, and it doesn't cut even. So you have to make sure that when you put your blade, it fits perfect like that. Right? So when you close, you see all the holes are covered. And now this here, between the space between the holder and the blade is tight, so the hair doesn't get in between. Is there any questions? Anybody asking any questions or no?
Just people saying hi.
Alright. Alright, so there it is. This is the original Tondeo Classic razor. Wow. So this is what they changed. They added this. So actually this is good. See what they changed here? They added, and I'll tell you why they did this too. You see that little tongue there, or how would you call it? Right there? Okay. That was not there before, so now they added it. What happens is this one doesn't have a screw. Sometimes it gets loose, and then your blade actually, and then this goes back, all the way back, so it's not really good. That was one downfall to this razor, but they fixed it with this, so I actually like that. So now you keep it straight, It's right here. And you cut, you thin, you remove bulk, whatever you want to do. And actually, that is very good. Yeah. So one thing that this razor doesn't have, that this one does, is the screw. And the screw, you see what I'm talking about? When it gets loose, you just tighten the screw and then it stays there. This one doesn't have.
Lisa said your hair looks nice.
Thank you, Lisa. So this one doesn't have a screw. So the problem would be this would go all the way back, and it would be very difficult to cut, because when you work with a razor, you really don't hold it here. I kind of like hold this, like these three go up, these two down, like this, and then I remove my index finger, so I have for better sensitivity to work like.
Aaron asked, is this strictly for like sculpting or like hair cutting?
This particular razor,
Yeah.
it's for both. I have videos on YouTube where I do a whole haircut with it. So you can do sculpting, you can do cutting, you can do thinning, you can do point cutting. Eventually I'll have my the book that I'm writing on my system that has a razor category. It has about 8 different techniques that you can do with this razor. I mean, this is part of my tools of every day. I use these razors just as much as I use my scissors or my clippers. Really, so it's.
Luis, he asked, is it possible to use the blades that you use for shaving for haircuts as well?
To use these blades for shaving?
Like the blades you use for shaving, can you use it for cuts?
Well, no, those are kind of short. You see how these blades are long? One thing, these blades are long, so it's easier to work with them. 2, these are way higher quality blades. I mean, these blades are way better than the Dorco or what do you have? Derbies or I'm not sure about Persona. Persona has different ones. But in any case, this is better type of blade for cutting. However, you can shave with it if you want. But for hair cutting, this is better than the other one. I'm going to leave this blade in the razor. Whoever buys this razor will get this blade too.
I think they reopened it. I drove by the other day.
This is something that I don't really use, but it's here and I sell it. It's like a guard, but I use a straight edge. However, you can use it if you want to use a guard. Again, I was going to mention this here, the fact that it doesn't have the screw, but the fact that they put this here is actually very good. One thing that I actually prefer in this razor, another thing actually, not this one, on this razor over this razor, is that it has a round handle. So it's slightly easier to rotate. Here is slightly more difficult, but you can slightly manipulate it. Right. In any case, this is a very good razor. They are $90. These were $120. However, unfortunately, they don't make these.
Someone asked, can you use that razor to crop hair on top?
Of course. These razors are amazing. You can do whatever you want with them.
And also, they're asking where can they buy the razor? You're gonna put a link up on your.
Actually, we just got these razors, and we're gonna put a link right under this video that we are talking about right now, so you can actually buy this razor if you want, even tonight. This razor is ready to roll. It's excellent razor. I wish I could have got the red ones, but since they don't make them, this is second best. The only best right now. Any questions, guys, regarding razor, regarding my Barber Academy that's coming up? September, first week of September, our Barber Academy in Middletown, Connecticut will be open. We are taking students right now. MC Scissors are here. Alberto,
Yes.
Can I get a scissor, please? There you go. German made. Excellent razors. Here are my scissors. Scissors. Here are my scissors.
Scissors.
Scissors. Here are my scissors. This is 6.5-inch scissor. It's with a crane handle. It's fully offset. It's made from molybdenum alloy, Japanese steel. It's made in Japan. It's a convex edge. Right, it has a special mechanism inside for opening and closing. These scissors don't have to, when you open them, they don't have to close and stop here, so they can feel smooth. You can actually have them pretty tight, and they still feel very smooth. Like when they open and close, they really feel smooth. But it's actually a very good mechanism. As I said, they are 6.5-inch. What else should you know about the scissors? Made in Japan, Japanese steel. The price is $300. We will have them in right and left. However, the lefties will be in 6-inch and the right will be 6.5. A really very comfortable scissor.
Very comfortable.
Very comfortable. You love it, huh?
Yeah.
You want to say something nice about my scissors?
They're the best.
They're the best.
They're the best.
You leaving? Any questions, guys, about the razor, scissors? I have September 22nd, North Carolina. I'm doing the class at North Carolina Hair Trade Show.
You have that flyer?
The flyer is actually on the phone.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, just, the people saying good recommendation. They trust you. They trust your opinion. And
Well, listen, guys. Honestly, regarding the scissors, people have been asking me for scissors for a long time, and I mean like at least 2-3 years. And I didn't want to just pick any scissor and put it out there and say, okay, here it's just something to sell. I was honestly looking long time for a good scissor. There are so many different companies out there, different manufacturers. I mean, it's not easy to find the right scissor. So I personally believe that for the money that you pay, this is the best scissor that you can get. That's honestly my honest opinion. Can you say, is it important? Let me see. Yeah. Ženo, danas nije prvi, sutra je prvi.
this is reality at its
This is reality
finest.
in my life. Yeah, okay. Okay, plati ga.
We take phone calls.
Pa, ženo, I'm in the middle of live video and you are interrupting. I mean, it's emergency.
Hey, if anybody can
I gotta
interrupt.
go. I mean, listen. I'm.
MC, Aaron's asking you where you're from. What's your nationality?
Montenegro. I mean, I'm sorry. Okay. Alberto, can you plug this phone to charge, please?
Or just turn it off.
Oh, just turn it off so nobody can call.
Yeah, Aaron asked you what's your nationality, where you're from.
I am from Montenegro, Yugoslavia. So what I was saying about scissors, guys, the scissors range, honestly, you can buy scissors anywhere from $50 or even cheaper, $40 to $2,000. How do you know what's a good scissor? I mean, these days it's not easy to trust people with scissors. And I've been searching for quite a while for a good scissor that is worth the money. And unfortunately, it took me a few years to really come across a scissor that I'm personally pleased with. But fortunately, I found it. And I really think that this scissor that is fully offset, has a crane handle, that has a really good design. Here, you see how this is kind of bent down, so when you work with your thumb, you want to the way I cut, I keep my thumb right here. I don't put my thumb in. So by putting my thumb in, it causes me to elevate my shoulder and my elbow up. So if I'm cutting here, you see where my shoulder and my elbow have to be. So I put my thumb right here, so I can open and close. So this allows me, the fact that this is bent down, it kind of dips like this, so I can place my thumb here and work and keep my shoulder down and my elbow down and my wrist straight. So I'm right here, you see, and I can cut like this. So this scissor has a beautiful handle. It's, as I say, it's fully offset. To compare that to other scissors, let me see if I can watch. So if you had a scissor, for example, like this, which is called opposing grip, right? This scissor is actually very bad for your. This scissor is very bad for your wrist and for your. I mean, look how far my thumb travels back, the tension that creates. But watch this though. You see the difference? Now for me to get this to this level, I literally have to raise my elbow this much higher to have them on the same level, right? For this one wants to go down. That's the difference. You see the crane level, the crane handle versus the opposing grip. Right there. So for me to bring this one down to the level of this, I would literally have to raise my elbow this much higher. So that's very important. The handle is very important, right? The blades themselves is very important what you pay for. So you have certain scissor companies out there that don't even put what they are made out of or where they are made, and they are selling them for $500,000 or even more. This, it tells you right on the back that is made in Japan, right? And it's made from molybdenum alloy. This is a special alloy that is made in Japan for scissor. It's higher quality than 440C. If you usually start with 440C, which is the I would say it's a good quality steel, but it's not the highest. It's kind of starting point for Japanese scissor. Well, you have, for example, Mizutanis that sell their 440C for $500. You have, this is higher quality steel that goes for $300. So you have a good quality. If you properly take care of these scissors, you should not need to sharpen them more than once a year. So they come with a lifetime warranty. Lifetime warranty is basically 40 sharpenings of the scissor, which is about 20 years, right? But in this case, if you really take care of them, they should last you 30 years. Honestly, I just felt that this was one of the best scissors for the money I came across, and I think this.
When are these scissors going to be available?
These scissors will be available, I believe, end of next week. So you'll be able to order them end of next week. And Alberto, actually, this was my first one. Alberto got it, and he's been using it for a week. What do you think, Alberto?
You have to anoint me.
I have to anoint you. Come here. Hold on. Can I get a mine? Okay. Hold on. And this, am I supposed to hit you?
Thank you.
Alright. Alright, guys, so that was for scissors. The razor is here. It is on the market right now, the best razor for what we do, until I produce this one in the future. As I said, it's $90. It's available right now on eBay through MC Barber. You can follow the link under the video we're gonna put, and if you like, get it. It's honestly a good razor. It's a good tool to have. Okay, any questions? No questions? Alright guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care of yourself.